People, there's a new Ayatollah in town, and people are saying that it's the son's Ayatollah, and he's worse than his father, more serious, more meaner, more vicious in defending his country. So let's go over to LBC News and hear what they have to say about it.
I don't know if you knew this. He's the same as the old one. I mean, literally, he's the son of the old one. And according to most experts, he's worse. He's more, quotes, hardline, end quotes, than the last bloke who was supposed to be the most hardline person on the planet. So it's all going brilliantly well. The regime is still in place. There's no sign of the rebellion on the streets, which is a pretty obvious consequence of almost all the guns belonging to the 20% of the population that are still supportive of the regime. And Donald Trump is claiming that he's already won, except when he's claiming that he hasn't already won, and therefore he needs to do X, Y, and Z to ensure that he does win. The best thing that can happen now? Donald Trump just calls the whole thing off and pretends it never happened. Marches around either claiming victory or literally pretending that it never happened. I don't know what else it counts as a good case scenario. There's a new Ayatollah in town.
Wow, people, did you hear that? Donald Trump is going around claiming victory, and victory is not there yet. I'm actually looking at some of the comments. I don't know if you can see it. And this one says, Trump is only winning on social media. What do you guys say about that? Do you think he's only winning on social media, or do you think he really is winning this war? Man, I tell you, I don't know what to think or what to say nowadays, because there's so much lies going around, you know. You don't know who to trust and who to believe.
By design, Israel is attacking the lifeline infrastructure of Iran. And guess what they announced, Iran, today? Ayatollah Khamenei has been replaced by Ayatollah Khamenei, someone who's his son, who's even further hard right. So this is obviously going to be months on end. Caroline Leavitt has said that the president will not rule out boots on the ground, nor a draft. And we're doing all of this for Israel, a country that will never be satiated as it pertains to the Middle East.
People, I have to say this, you know, as Christians, we know that there will never be peace until Jesus Christ returns. There will not be peace. It doesn't matter who comes into power, who the leader is in the USA or Israel, wherever, there will never be peace. Let's have another listen to someone else.
I guess the worst case would be we do
Donald
this
Trump.
and then somebody takes over who's as bad as the previous person, right? That could happen. We don't want that to happen. That would probably be the worst. You go through this and then in 5 years you realize you put somebody in who is no better. So I'd like to see somebody in there that's going to bring it back for the people.
Well, that's not happening, is it, Donald? Because the Ayatollah's son has come in, who is even more serious and dangerous than his father.
We'll see what happens with the people. You know, they have their chance. And we've said, don't do it yet. If you're going to go out and protest, don't do it yet. It's very dangerous out there. A lot of bombs are being dropped. But I would say that would be about the worst.
Do you have someone in mind right now? You said all the people you did have in mind have been taken out.
Well, most of the people we had in mind are dead. So, you know, we had some.
Most of the people he had in mind is dead. Let's hear what someone else has to say.
By
We've heard
design.
already.
We have some news right now.
Iran's new supreme leader will be the old supreme leader's son. So who is Moshtaba Khomeini, and why would a government that is explicitly anti-hereditary leadership pick him? The 56-year-old was Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's second son, but unlike his father, he has never held elected office. He's never given speeches to the public. There aren't even really that many photos of him out there. That doesn't mean he didn't have political power, though. In a series of US diplomatic telegrams that WikiLeaks published in the late 2000s, he was described as the power behind the robes and a capable and forceful figure in the regime. Now, the new leader is selected by a group of 88 clerics known as the Assembly of Experts, and Moshtaba's name has been bouncing around as one of their top picks for ages. However, reports suggest the old Supreme Leader had opposed that idea when it was raised by the Assembly 2 years ago, although he never publicly commented either way. See, this government only exists because the Iranian people rose up to kick out their monarch, the Shah, and get rid of hereditary leadership. So picking the supreme leader's son could be very unpopular with the masses. But you know who it will anger even more? The United States.
I guess the worst case would be we do this and then somebody takes over who's as bad as the previous person, right?
Not only is Mojtaba Ali Khamenei's son, he shares his father's extreme hardline stances, and he is heavily backed by the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, a military explicitly created to defend the regime's control. In fact, a member of the Assembly of Experts told Iranian media that he had been chosen on the late Supreme Leader's advice that his successor should be hated by the enemy. And Trump has...
Did you hear that? Things are getting serious. This war is not going to finish for now. It's not. Donald Trump isn't going to give up. And the way it seems to me is that this new Ayatollah, he's definitely not going to surrender.
Publicly said that Mojtaba would be an unacceptable choice. Actually, he went on to say that the next leader of Iran, whoever it was, is not going to last long if the Iranians didn't get his approval first. Israel also stated that they would target every successor of Ali Khamenei and anyone who sought to appoint him. But even if Mojtaba Khamenei's future is uncertain, the regime's message in picking him certainly isn't. They will.
People, this is very, very worrying. And you know, I keep on saying it looks like World War III is going to come. I don't want to make anybody feel, oh, Donville, you're just doom and gloom. But when you see these things happening, you know, you have to think like that. People, as Christians, all we can do is continue to pray for the leaders, pray for the people, just pray for everybody and pray that they can kind of work something out. But like I said earlier, it doesn't matter who's in power, who, for what country, or, you know, wherever, there will never be peace in the world until Jesus Christ comes back. But you know what? Continue to pray, continue to worship the Lord, continue to ask him for guidance, and continue to live. Don't look at the news all the time and live in fear. We're going to die. No, don't live that. Don't live like that. Continue to live. Continue to enjoy life until the Jesus Christ, the King of Kings, the only King that's ever died for us, the Lord of Lords, the only Lord that's ever died for us, the conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, returns back for his bride. God bless you all and have a great day.